today was great just to hear directly from LinkedIn about the power of the platform and how using it in the right way can really return amazing results for your business. I think it's such a broad platform now. It is so big that just those little insightful tips to help curate content in a way that's really going to resonate with your audience. I think that was probably one of the bigger takeaways.
I think it's important for a lot of businesses is to communicate their own authentic, true story, and it's quite a high engagement rate on LinkedIn. Is the amount of content that's consumed every day is probably around 7 times higher than our jobs advertised on the platform. But it's just a great way of communicating with your customers and potential candidates of who you are as a business and a brand, really.
I think one of the greatest things was that we talked a lot about the content that's being posted, not just about the platform. So it was the sort of the ins and outs, the key things that you need to look at when you're posting a piece of content, making sure that's informative, entertaining, and enticing for people to come and have a look at.
By communicating authentically and actually giving some value and knowledge back to your audiences, it's a great way of just sharing some knowledge.
Obviously, LinkedIn's a great building here. They've got a great studio, so it was very engaging to come in. I really enjoyed the fact that we could eat something and get to meet some new people at the start before we got into the presentation and workshop. That was great. So, it's really living up to the words of uniting business and uniting businesses together. So that was really enjoyable.
We made the decision as a business to join because we saw the value long term in terms of how we could interact with the network and what that would mean for our business. So I think every event that I have the opportunity to come along to that I've been to so far has been hugely valuable, whether it's been through insight or it's actually been through connections that can add value. Is the thing that I'm most happy with. Yeah.
I think United Business Programs are a great way for people to network, which is what LinkedIn's all about. But I think getting in a room and actually being able to share ideas and communicate with other like-minded peers, it's just a great knowledge piece for your business to actually really grow. And communicating and sharing ideas is a great way to start.